Hey, what about the friendship between your character and Darren Chris's, the gay straight? That was one of the most well-played sort of.
That's the first question I've had about that today.
That
was like one of my favorite because Darren's just like, a fun guy to hang out with, and we had a blast always shooting stuff, and like I always felt like we were on the same wavelength as far as, the scenes and the energy, and we always got to kind of goof around, and it was always fun. I think it's kind of great because you don't see that. I mean, you do see it, but it's not like we never really thought anything of it. We were just kind of like buddies hanging out.
Good feedback?
Yeah, I mean, everybody, they kind of liked that. It was like we never really made it into anything because it really wasn't, But Darren's a blast to shoot scenes with, and it was like two bros hanging out.
Lots of musical performance on the show. Is there one in the entirety of the show that stands out as your favorite or most memorable?
Everyone has been asking that, and I definitely would say it just always comes back to the pilot, Don't Stop Believing, for sure.
God, I don't know. We did, 700 performances? Like, that's crazy. Every single one has a specific memory. Footloose was really fun. I don't know why that one was so fun. Maybe just because all those kids were so new and we were at a time where like it was old for us, and then all those kids were like still in like, this is a new exciting show, and so.
I've been saying Billionaire because it was like the first one, but I really like the one I did with Darren, the Wham number, the Wake Me Up Before You Go Go. It was a fun one. Fire and Rain was another one. Singing in the Rain was like, we did that with like in like 6 inches of rain with Gwyneth Paltrow, and that was a really crazy day because we were all soaking wet the whole day, and it was fun. But it was one of the most memorable.
Had so many amazing lines on the show. Do you have a favorite that you've ever said?
I don't. There's too many. I don't know. When you go back and you watch all those like fandom things, like the things you said, you're just like, oh my God, like what? What were the writers? It's pretty funny, all that stuff is really great.
So if we were making a Glee time capsule and we could only put one episode in there to live on forever, what episode would you pick and why?
Pilot. I'd pick the pilot. It was so beautiful and so complete in itself, and it was from which all good things flowed. You really got the idea that these kids were outcasts and felt they had no place to go. And then Matt Morrison's Mr. Shu, created a space for them where they got to excel, to really work as a team. And, then when they did that Don't Stop Believing, they weren't going to let the fact that he quit, that he had to go to become an accountant, stop them from activating the dream that he implanted in them. So I love that episode.
That's a tough call. But I will say Preggers, when we did the football single ladies dance. It's got my best moves. I caught the touchdown pass. I can't be mad at that. So
The pilot. Because the pilot is amazing. I mean, the series, it's all great, but the pilot just stands on its own. It's kind of like the first time, like, I don't know, it was the first time anybody had ever seen anything like that.
Is there one thing that you're going to remember when you look back on this show?
Is there one thing that I'm going to look back and remember? Just honestly that it was an amazing opportunity and that I can endure late hours and dancing and singing all at the same time.
Did you take anything from the set?
Yep, I did. I stole some trophies. I stole some stuff from the choir room, took a couple photos. I got my Letterman jacket and my gold shorts.
Nice. Gold shorts, those are important.
Yeah, and they'll be on eBay for auction in a few years.
The most dedicated fan bases out there. Is there anything you want to say to them?
Oh my gosh, I mean, I tweeted out a little bit on our last day just that we honestly wouldn't be here if it wasn't for our fans. They really made Glee, so we owe them so much.
I mean, they know how it's just, they're just so special how incredibly supportive they are of all of us, and like just so sweet and want to help us, and it's really special how great they are.
We were doing like a funny kiss. We had both sort of interpreted it as like being a funny, like, she like, because it's written like she kisses wildly,
Oh my God, look at that face. You look like my next mistake. Love's a game. Want to play?